Opportunities. Some people fight for them, and some wait for someone to simply believe they deserve one.
We didn't come from privilege. Many of us came from uncertainty. Questions about education, about tomorrow, were no easy answers.
Years ago, inspired by the values of a mother who taught her children education changes everything, Mr. Ravinder Rao, Dr. Surendra Rao, Mr. Devendra Rao, inspired by their mother, Mrs. Yashoda. In 1989, starting with a 50-bedded hospital in Somasekhar, they began a journey of care, serving patients. A journey built on compassion, trust, and the belief that care should reach everyone who needs it. Since then, that single hospital grew into something far greater, adding 3 more hospitals. It became a respected healthcare network of more than 4,000 beds. State-of-the-art hospitals, a beacon of hope for thousands of patients. But they believed impact should go beyond healthcare.
So in 2011, they created something for students like us, not charity, not temporary help, a foundation built on education, opportunity, and empowerment.
Through Akshara, students found academic support. Through Abhaya, young people found inclusion and career pathways. Through Varadi, voices were strengthened. Through Nakutumbam, many found something they had missed for years: belonging.
And today, through skill development and AI training initiatives, students are learning future-ready skills, digital knowledge, confidence, career possibilities, a future we once thought belonged to somebody else.
Nearly 4,000 students benefit every year, over 100 successful batches. But numbers don't explain transformation. People do.
The student who completed education, the young person who found employment, the child who discovered confidence, the dream that refused to disappear.
A mother's belief, three brothers' vision. From a 50-bedded hospital in Somajiguda to a healthcare legacy touching millions of lives, to thousands of brighter futures through education and empowerment.
And we know this is real because we are our living proof.
Everything you have experienced, the voice, visuals, sound, and more, is AI. Made by the in-house team at Yashoda Hospitals. But the story isn't artificial. It is built from the true life lessons learned by our students. Let us introduce Yashoda Foundation AI Ready Scholars. Students who are rewriting their futures, transforming into success stories, and inspiring the world.
2026, and also as an icon in gastroenterology by Times of India in 2022. But what truly distinguished Dr. Somasekhar Rao sir is his commitment to taking healthcare beyond the hospital. Recognizing the lack of awareness surrounding liver diseases, he found the Save the Liver Foundation, dedicated to educating communities, promoting early detection, and preventing liver diseases. Through the foundation, he has conducted numerous hepatitis screenings and awareness camps across Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and parts of Karnataka, screening nearly 50,000 people, providing free treatment to those in need, and facilitating free hepatitis B vaccinations for 1,000. That was a remarkable foundation work that he has been doing it for so long. He has also authorized books like Jakrit A to Z in Assamese before this, and now with other two books, he's well known for his awareness campaigns also. A clinician, educator, author, and a passionate advocate for preventative healthcare, Dr. K.S. Somasekhar Rao sir continues to make a meaningful difference both through his medical practice and his service to society. I would like to also add about him that the best doctors heal their patients, great doctors also educate society. Dr. K.S. Somasekhar Rao sir has dedicated his professional life for treating liver diseases and has witnessed countless stories of suffering, hope, courage, and recovery. Over the years, one thought continued to stay with him, that what if every family could recognize the warning signs of liver disease before it becomes too late? That was the question that has pondered him for days. That thought has led to this day launching of these two books. And about these books, before we proceed to the unveiling of the books, let us take a moment to understand the book we are celebrating today. This is not just a book about disease, it's about a book that is talking about awareness, understanding, and the power of knowing at the right time. One line from the book beautifully captures its purpose is, the gap is not between sick people and healthy people. The gap is between what doctors know and what patients are told. That was beautifully written by him. And this book seeks to close that gap, which was bridging between a conversation that was left untold. It brings medical knowledge closer to patients and families, presenting in a way that is honest, understandable, and meaningful. As the foreword reminds us, many patients have wished they had received the right information years earlier. This book is an effort to ensure that people don't have to say, if only we have known earlier. It is a book to read before you need it, and perhaps to pass on to someone you care about. Today's event celebrates the release of The Last Warning, English and Telugu editions into language every reader can understand. Each of the 6 chapters begins with a life-changing clinical story, followed by practical information on prevention, early diagnosis, treatment, and healthy living. The message of this book is very simple. Many liver diseases are preventable. Early diagnosis save lives. Knowledge is the best medicine. And with this point, I wanted to conclude about the acknowledging the inspiration behind this book. Every author has someone who quietly inspires a dream. Today, we acknowledge one such individual. Dr. Somasekhar Rao sir wishes to express his heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Vivekanand Mishra, whose encouragement inspired him to transform years of personal experiences and patient encounters into this book that could educate countless families. Sir, we would like to take the stage to thank you for believing that knowledge should reach beyond hospital walls and into every home. With this, now we arrived at the most anticipating moment of this evening, that is the book launch, unveiling of the book. Join us for the official unveiling of the books in both the languages, English and Telugu. I would like to call upon Honorable Justice Chalameshwar sir onto the dais, Dr. Shabri Baireddy ma'am, Dr. G. Surender Rao sir, Dr. K.S. Somasekhar Rao sir, Mr. Vivekananda Mishra sir, Dr. Venkatramana Kola sir onto the dais. Over to the most awaited moment. May I request the dignitaries to kindly unveil the books. And may we have a big round of applause for the significant moment. Big round of applause. And the books are officially released. Congratulations. Now I'd like to tell about presentation of the first copies. I request all the dignitaries to please stay. Every page of this book has been inspired by real people. People who trusted their doctor, people who fought diseases with courage, people whose stories remind us why awareness matters. It is therefore deeply meaningful that the very first copies of these books will be presented to the few guest ambassadors. These individuals present thousands of patients whose journeys continue to inspire hope, whose stories remind us that prevention and early diagnosis can change the lives. I would like to call upon Mr. Manoj Gavalkar sir, Mr. Padasarathi Babu, Mr. Sanjoy Shil, Mr. Karunakar, Mr. Amar Jeevan, Mr. Chandrasekhar Reddy sir, everyone onto the dais to receive the first copies. Thank you, everyone. Requesting all the dignitaries to please be seated.
We welcome all the guests here. Today's chief guest, Sri Chalameshwar Garu, Chief Justice of ex-Chief Justice of Supreme Court, Dr. Shabri Baireddy. Very soon we would like to hear something more than Member of Parliament from her. We are waiting for that. And we bless you to do that, to get that job. Dr. Somasekhar. I know he is a good gastroenterologist, but I never knew the talent of his book writing, but this is too much of it. And I really do not know that he is so popular for a book launching. I have some 400 people sitting here. That is also I am not aware. Somasekhar. So you are not only a good gastroenterologist, but you are also a good people's person. That's another reason we'll congratulate you. Generally, doctors will have only one talent, that is cutting and stitching. That's what I have heard. Not much of other job, but definitely having something else is really commendable. Doc sir, I really congratulate you on this. Few words about our chief guest. When we used to follow him, because I really do not, I'm seeing him for the first time. Probably he doesn't know me, we don't know, but I know him since about more than some 15-20 years, the moment he entered into Supreme Court. He is one person from our state who is standing like a giant, no wavering, no shifting, only straightforward. And probably, I always used to think, can I be like him? Probably I could never, because I have compromised a lot in my life in running these hospitals. I'll tell you one example. When we built the first hospital, for permission, I went around the municipality for 6 months. I was a practicing doctor. Always I used to go to, every morning going to the municipality officer. Then after some time, I lost interest in building it because they are not giving permission. Not that I have asked anything extra. It's as per the rules one. Then one of my friends said, "Arey, you should have told me, I would have got it." He took the number of that file on a Friday evening. Next day is a second Saturday. And you know that second Saturday is a holiday for them. He got it done with a Friday number and gave me the permission. Then I understood one thing, that in India, if you want to do some business or some running the hospital, you have to be along with the flow. But Somasekhar never went along with the flow. He stood against the flow, but probably some people are like him. We appreciate you, sir. We really like to be like you. But sometimes we can do, sometimes we cannot. Shabari, our darling doctor, our doctor's wife, we really appreciate her position as a member of parliament, though she has a political lineage from her father, Bairedi Rashakreddy. But definitely I have been, whenever she speaks, I see in the TV. She doesn't know that, but I want to see how she speaks. She speaks very well, very good. And I think ladies coming to the parliament will give some kind of a stability to the parliament. These fellows shouting this thing, that thing will reduce. I think whenever there are ladies, there is definitely a peace of mind in the whole system. And very soon, I wish her to be the minister of some good portfolio. And I will be very, very happy with everybody. And I wish again Dr. Somasekhar good luck for this book. And this kind of awareness will bring a lot of benefit. Not only this, diagnosis and treatment is only part of our life, but we should seek prevention. This will give a prevention. Thank you very much for giving this audience. Thank you, sir.
Very happy to be on the stage, especially on the release of this book on liver diseases by an eminent doctor, Somasekhar Anna. I know him for almost maybe more than 10 years and has been like a family to me, both Somasekhar Anna and his wife. And this is such a great occasion to see our doctor excelling in this way also. And his dedication to medical field and also the patient care has transformed many lives. And looking at the introduction she has given prior, really hats off to your service in the medical field, sir. And also, this program, I'm actually very happy and honored to share this dais with elderly people like Justice Somasekhar Garu, who is the former Supreme Court judge and also managing director of Yashoda and boss of my husband, J.S. Rao Garu. And this book has also not only transformed many lives, but also it is very important in this society. There is a saying that a doctor can heal one patient at a time, but when a doctor writes a book, it can heal for generations. So this is what I remember when Anna invited me to this program. And also, it is great to know that Anna has got this talent. He never even told us that he had this talent. And once I started reading this book, even a common man can understand where awareness is very important in this present day. As a policymaker and as a doctor, and also as a standing member for the Ministry of Health, I've got an opportunity to see so many cases of liver diseases and how the incident has increased in our country, starting from like cirrhosis, fatty liver, liver cancer, hepatitis. But the difficult part is, as the book says, the liver diseases, they're ignored, they're very silent, and at end, they are recognized only at the end stage. But the good part is, most of the liver diseases can be prevented. And that is where I think we all should come together as informed citizens, then dedicated doctors, and responsible governments should come together and also create awareness among people. And as policymakers, we usually concentrate on strengthening the primary healthcare infrastructure or encourage medical research. And also, we also promote healthcare in rural areas. But then, what is lacking is, again, the awareness where all of us should come together. And then this book is an example. It has got a powerful message where prevention is more powerful than treatment, and also where the awareness is less cheaper than ignorance. That is what this book, I think, Anna, am I right? I think this is the message you wanted to convey. And I heartful congratulations to Somasekhar Reddy Anna, Somasekhar Anna. And I really wish you all the very best. I hope this book reaches thousands of readers and also inspires a lot of young medical professionals and doctors. And also it should be knowledgeful to many families coming ahead. I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your gracious words and valuable insights. And now it's our privilege to invite our distinguished chief guest, Honorable Justice Chalameshwar Garu, former Judge of Supreme Court of India, to deliver the keynote address. So we are deeply honored by your presence and looking forward to your address.
Good evening to everybody sitting in this hall. I'm not very sure of Dr. Rao's age. Sir, are you older than me or younger than me? 70. Oh, sorry. You are one person who is older than me in this gathering. I'm 74 running. A few days back, nowadays these are the days of WhatsApp. And there are lots of WhatsApp scholars all over the world. Their whole world revolves around WhatsApp. I'm also on WhatsApp and a couple of groups, school group and college group. From one of those groups, a message, what we call in this lingo, memes, I think, meme came. It's I'm sure some of you must have seen it, some of you must have received it. A skeleton talking to somebody on a phone. And the message is, the skeleton is supposed to be telling the other person on the line, it doesn't really matter at this age whether we look well or ill on the photographs. So what matters is that we should look better in the X-rays and MRIs. Now, Dr. Somasekhar, I've known the family for 4 generations. There is a small village called Nimmakur in Krishna district. Most probably, quite a number of you would be knowing that name because at a later point of time, it became very popular because late Mr. N.T. Ramarao, the former Chief Minister of combined Andhra Pradesh state, hailed from that village. But before Mr. Ramarao became such a prominent figure as a film star, at least in Krishna district, that village was known as a village of the great-grandfather of Dr. Somasekhar. In the village, in Krishna district, if somebody were to go to some other place and if an inquiry were to be made, where do you come from? When the name of the village was given, the immediate question, his great-grandfather, though full name is Surya Rama Lakshmaya, but popularly known as Buchabai. Immediate question is, Buchabai garu ura ani adigevaru. N.T. Ramarao garu prominent అయిన తర్వాత రామారావు గారు అని చెప్తున్నారు. అది is to mention just the background from which, so no wonder actually writing this book is not in his interest economically. If people don't get liver disease, Dr. Somasekhar and his ilk would become poorer. This kind of a book perhaps is certainly not in his economic interest. But coming from the background which I mentioned, and this reputation of the family is not because of the wealth or education, the charitable nature of the family, the goodwill that family enjoyed. And no wonder Somasekhar undertook this responsibility. His grandfather, whose name was given to him, belonged to my profession. He was a lawyer, though of course he didn't practice for a long time for various reasons. A man of outstanding accomplishment as a lawyer, a brilliant man. Sekhar's father and I are of the more or less same age. When both of us completed our schooling, naturally the question is, what next? Lakshman Rao, Sekhar's father, opted for medicine. I branched off. Perhaps I could have also opted for medicine, but I didn't. It's a different story. The whole world nowadays, Rao was saying, said very nice words about me. I wish I really deserved all that he said about me. The fact is this, it's becoming not a very pleasant place to live, this planet. We hardly hear people speaking truth. Very rare, it's become a very rare commodity. And the pursuit of money became the prime activity of all human beings. I'm sure maybe, of course, few non-Telugu speaking members must be present in the gathering, but I presume most of you would understand Telugu. And when I was a school-going child in Masalpatam, in Telugu, there is a prescribed item there. I'm sure, I don't know how many of the present generation is introduced to that. I am not sure. I don't mean any offense. I am not aware of it, the current syllabus. There's something called Panchatantra, at least by way of these comics, everybody must be knowing it today. Panchatantra in Telugu was written by a man called Chennai Suri. A piece from Panchatantra was one of the prescribed items for our batches those days. There is a famous statement in that. It says, for the benefit of those who don't know Telugu, I'll translate it later. In Telugu, Purushudu evvidhamuneniyu dhanamu sampadinchavalanu is the statement in Panchatantra. When our teacher in the class, when he read out this statement, he added a tag to it. I'm sorry, for those, the benefit of those who don't understand Telugu, it says, a man, of course it's a man-centric world those days, man should earn money by some means or the other, when loosely translated into English. Then the teacher added a rider to it. Evvidhamuneniyu means, by all means, doesn't mean foul means. Telugulo ధర్మబద్ధంగా సంపాదించాలరా నాయన, అధర్మంగా సంపాదించకూడదు అని చెప్పారు గురువు గారు. I don't know how many of the children are being taught about this today, I don't know. And how much of it we have imbibed, that's a different question. It's a matter of opinion, people. The point is, people are after money and more money in every walk of life. Medical profession is no exception to it. My profession, of course. But I always joke, when I joined the law college, my father himself was a law graduate. My father and Dr. Sekhar's grandfather, they were together, they were roommates. My father was not at all interested in my becoming a lawyer. In fact, he didn't speak to me for 1 full year after I joined the law college. For various reasons. That's a different matter. This money-making business, those days when I entered the law college, this was not a very sought after profession. People, a promising student is supposed to get into the medical college. If not, next choice is engineering. By then, software was not there. In 1969, software was not known. Perhaps IBM had the computer by then, but not this popular. Now, there is a lot of rush today to get into law colleges. There are a lot of law colleges in the country. When I entered the law college in Andhra University in 1973, in the combined state of Andhra Pradesh those days, there were 3 law colleges, only 3. Vizag, Hyderabad Usmania University, Andhra University, and the third is the evening college in Hyderabad Law College. Later, of course, now I think everybody lost count how many law colleges are there in these 2 states and all over the country. So people suddenly ask, what is this great interest nowadays? There is a simple economic. I used to say, some of the very successful lawyers in this country, in the Supreme Court, or for that matter, in the court, let us take the Supreme Court, because ultimately the biggest lawyers are there, biggest in terms of success. They make more money than Shah Rukh Khan, Rajinikanth, and mention any one of those film stars. They make more money than that per annum. So that's the driving force behind getting into this courses. In a situation like this, really, Sekhar perhaps is not very wise in writing this book. It's not in your interest, to your detriment. But then, in tune with the tradition of his family, bother about the society, think well of others, he undertook this responsibility. But of course, one question remains, without meaning any Sekhar anything. Finally, I don't know whether all this will work, all your advice and caution. I am reminded of an incident. All of you know, there used to be a famous film star called Shovan Babu. He died sometime in 2008 or sometime 2009. I was in Guwahati those days. I knew him personally. So at afternoon, somebody called me and informed me that so-and-so passed away. Of course, there was nothing I could do because I couldn't come all the way from Guwahati to Madras. Evening, I went home, switched on the TV to see what was going on. And you know what happens in these TVs, immediately they go around, what do you think, how do you feel? Somebody died and how do you feel? Well, that's a different matter, but then TV walas go around. When I switched on the TV, another film star who later became a member of Vajpayee cabinet, Krishnamrazu, he's also no more now. He was on the screen, TV screen. So the TV man was asking. And that gentleman gave me very, I don't know how to describe it. నిర్వేదంగా ఇదంటే ఏమిటారండి మంచి అలవాట్లు అంటారు, డిసిప్లిన్ అంటారు. ఆయనకి అన్ని మంచి అలవాట్లు, సిగరెట్లు కాల్చేవాడు కాదు, విస్కీ తీసుకునేవాడు కాదు, రెగ్యులర్గా ఎక్సర్సైజ్ చేసేవాడు. నాకంటే చిన్నాడిపోయాడు, నాకు అన్ని అలవాట్లు ఉన్నాయంటే కృష్ణరాజు గారు తర్వాత 15 ఏళ్ళు బతికాడు చౌన్ బాబు గారు. సో ఇట్స్ నాట్ నెససరీ దట్. But at the same time, Dr. Rao said, the question nowadays often is, if only we knew it earlier, who would have been there? But naturally human frailty, all of us think. I used to smoke. I suffered a heart attack in 2009. Whether the heart attack was a consequence of smoking or not, I don't know. It's for the doctors to decide. A lot of non-smokers also suffered heart attacks. But of course, I stopped smoking thereafter for various reasons, not because I was afraid of dying, but then for other reasons I stopped. Maybe I certainly knew that smoking is not good, at least it's printed there. Smoking is injurious to health. In fact, on a little aside, I may tell you, sometime in 2009, the government of India made certain rules. Now it is mandatory on the cigarette packet to print that caution and bold print with a skull on the picture of the skull on the cigarette packet. That rule was challenged. I was in Guwahati, challenged in various courts. In Guwahati also it was challenged. A very senior advocate of this country, a man called Singhvi, who is a big lawyer today in Supreme Court. Even those days he was big, not this big those days. He came all the way from Delhi to Guwahati because cigarette industry and alcohol industry, money spinners, they can afford any big lawyer. He came and the typical senior advocate style, he said, "My lord, all of us know smoking is injurious to health." I didn't know what was the case about. That was a fresh case. I didn't have this habit of reading briefs beforehand. He made a statement, "My lords, all of us know smoking is injurious to health." Then immediately I told Mr. Singhvi, "Unfortunately, you are addressing the only smoking judge in this court." I told him, those days I was a smoker. I stopped sometime thereafter. 2009, I suffered a heart attack and stopped. Only smoking judge in this court. You know, the brilliant lawyer he is. My lord, then my job is made all the more easy. This is a challenge to this function. The point is, I didn't stop on the day. I stopped it after I suffered the heart attack. Well, nonetheless, it's the job of those who know what are the consequences and what are the problems that can arise. And especially, I was reading the book. In fact, doctor, I read your book completely. A lot of us believe that we are social drinkers and that social drinking may happen 4 times a week. That's what Dr. Sekhar is. He's right. 4 times a week. And every drop of alcohol can create problems. Even a non-alcoholic can get a fatty liver problem, I know. At least that's what I was told by knowing people. I'm also a social drinker, but my consumption is about a period of 1 year, I consume maximum 2 bottles of liquor. That's my social drinking. But nonetheless, there are various things. It's not only drinking. Even going for a tattoo can be a problem, cause for this thing. So therefore, these are all cautions. And it's better that we know, even if some of us have to get a liver-related disease, at least let us know that these are possibilities and still we are willing to take the risk, we'll take it. And Sekhar, I congratulate you for the effort. I wish you all the best. I'm happy that you have kept up the family tradition. God bless you. Thank you.
That enlightening and inspiring address, we now may proceed with the felicitation ceremony. I may request all the dignitaries to join us on the dais for the felicitation ceremony. Justice Chalmeshwar sir, Dr. G.S. Rao sir, Dr. Shabri Bai Reddy ma'am, Dr. Venkatramana Kola sir, Director Medical of Services, and Megha ma'am, Unit Head, Yashoda Hospitals, High Tech City. Everyone onto the dais for the felicitation ceremony. Remember the central message of today's celebration. The liver is a silent organ, but its warning signs should never be ignored. So I hope you carry forward this message, and we are pleased to invite you all to join us for a high tea arranged just outside the hall. And additionally, order will be available for book signing session later after all the high tea sessions. Thank you for all the gracious presence and encouragement and support. We wish you all a pleasant evening. Thank you for being here.